Hello there.
See.
I came back from Reno.
Forget your password. Since your password is longer than mine.
I'm gonna have to double check.
Never go in.
Hey, I just counted you. This is
Hi, Greg.
Ralph.
So he's, that's the goal in the afternoon, and he's probably going to the makes sense. So, would you be able to just send me that contact? Yeah, I don't have your number in my village phone. I am Android. I've been, yeah.
Greg, you can help with parking, I can help Friday.
Yeah, so, we'll figure out the next day after. It just didn't make too much
Hold on,
sense.
who's in charge of parking?
I'll go to Mineola
I'm just kidding.
the rest of the way.
Lady with the whistle and the.
Appreciate your help.
Hey, but I started here 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago, I said.
Yeah, no, and then I got a second one.
Please just simmer down some.
Those zoning districts have a minimum occupancy of 5 Right.
I thought you take it away and put it somewhere.
That's going to P and Z. Where y'all headed? Just
San Diego.
just a minor.
So I'll
We'll fly out Thursday.
flight. Just to contact you.
If you had a.
We don't.
It is, Amanda flew out today for a work trip, and so we're just tacking on.
There's usually 2 dumpsters at the
Oh,
airport.
okay. That's the only place you do it.
As far as I know.
Christmas.
Is
All
it?
right, well, I'll dig in our file, see if there's something that we got. That's
years
pretty
ago.
good.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess I can help it. I'll text you, but I'll help Friday.
Okay. If you see it, just shoot me an email. Yeah, I will. Perfect. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well. You can tell her to help Friday, but I'm bringing mine to see. Yeah.
I just gave Kurt, somebody's contacting me there for tomorrow meeting, so. You should be okay there.
It's good to do it.
Yeah, he said it was.
I see my text.
Dennis, they need Lisa.
She always wants to be there at 5:30. I show up at 6.
Probably pay for itself.
Recording in progress.
Sorry, that was me. Excuse me, Manager, we're having a little trouble with the YouTube streaming. Not any fault of our equipment. YouTube just happens to be down now. So I'm recording on the Zoom.
Okay.
So we'll be able to post publicly.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Please join me for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are we ready for roll call?
Yes, sir.
Mayor Lindsay,
President?
Mayor Pro Tem Howe,
Here.
Councilman Humbert,
Here.
Councilman Weeks,
Here.
Councilman Crane.
Here.
You have a quorum, you may proceed.
At this time, I'd like to ask for a motion for the approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Could I please get a motion for the approval of the consent agenda, which contains the minutes from the May 14th, 2024 meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda for the May 14, 2024 minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, at this time, I believe Mr. Battershell has requested to address the council.
Council, clerk, and the village. I want to thank whoever got our new postmaster after 9 months straightened around so he can't kill people off in the post office. I was killed off twice, so here I am. The other thing is, I also found out that the post office does have its own security system and police force. So they can kill people off in the post office. Maybe and has happened in the past. So whoever did that, thank you.
I believe that was the only person signed up, so we'll move on to any announcements and proclamations by the council. Anybody has anything this evening?
I would just say that we had a fantastic turnout at the memorial for Sunday night program and the Monday program. We ran between 500 and 1,000 people in and out. So thanks to everybody that helped out.
Okay. Moving on to staff reports. I don't know that we have any staff reports prepared this evening. Committee reports. I don't know if anybody has anything to report on any committees. We addressed most of that at the last council meeting.
We've had our first comprehensive plan committee meeting, and we're having another one this Friday.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're just getting organized.
What time is that?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock on Friday, and public's welcome to attend.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Councilor Humbert. Moving on to old business, we have none, so we'll move on to item A, new business. Under new business, I'd like to get a motion for discussion, action, approved Title IX ordinance changes with planning and zoning.
I make a motion for discussion, action, approve Title IX ordinance changes, planning and zoning.
I'll second.
Mr. Martinez?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. This is in line of our conversations we've looked at in trying to facilitate townhome developments where you can actually build it and plat it, fee simple. Also provide some additional financial options for the homeowner to finance the land with the building. Our code now is going to catch up to that product that wasn't considered when the code was originally adopted in the 80s. There's going to be another round that'll be brought to you. We are meeting this Friday with P&Z because there's one more provision that requires a minimum lot width of 25 feet in some of these same zoning districts. So again, we're saying if you have access to public water and sewer, for the most part, you can have any size lot. With the exclusion of the R3 and the R6, at least it's 1,000 square feet, which is still better than the 5,000 that is on the books today. And so this also makes adjustments to the open space standard for those lot sizes. and that if you have a site plan that you have to consider, like you do in the overlay or some of these O districts, that if they show common open space for all the units, that you can use that as approval rather than 10% on each lot. So again, this is the round one. We'll be bringing the second round to you shortly in June. P&Z considered this as with a positive recommendation.
Questions or comments?
And again, this does not apply to the R1 districts.
That's
This is-
correct. R1 was not part of this conversation. So it's the R3, which is our high density, the R6 for mobile home estates, which again, mobile home estates in theory should be smaller lots rather than 5,000 square feet. Our commercial districts that allow the R3 component, those are the only ones. Oh, and the overlay. The overlay has a standard as well, but that's the commercial properties going north on 434.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez.
Thank you.
Clerk Road, I think we're ready for a vote.
Item A, Mayor Howe? I'm sorry, Mr. Howe,
Aye.
Mr. Humbert,
Aye.
Mr. Weeks,
Aye.
Mr. Crane.
Aye.
It's a pass.
At this time, moving on to item B, we could get a motion for the discussion action to approve the Tourism Cooperative Agreement number 25-418-1003001000-46.
I make a motion for discussion action, approve tourism cooperative agreement number 25-418-1003001000-46.
I'll second that.
Mr. Ralph.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. The Tourism Department applied for cooperative advertising grants with New Mexico, with the New Mexico Tourism Department. The village applied for state grant money. We were awarded $111,000 for 4 different advertising campaigns. We have search engine optimization to bring our visibility of our website up, a New Mexico True Adventure Guide 2-page spread, New Mexico Magazine, a destination feature on Angel Fire, and then a 2-page spread in Texas Monthly with a digital newsletter as well. Our part of our match would be $55,500. So what I'm seeking here is that advertising dollars, it's designated lodgers tax advertising funds, $55,000 for us to match to gain access to the $111,000 provided by the state.
And does that match come out of lodger's tax?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Ralph?
These are things we would have done on our own anyway. These 4 ad campaigns, there were other things we could have applied for, we did not.
And then we're ready for a vote.
It's a motion to approve item B. Mr. Howe,
Aye.
Mr. Humbert,
Aye.
Mr. Weeks,
Aye.
Mr. Crane.
Aye.
Pass.
Moving on to item C, I'd like to get a motion for discussion action to approve on-call engineering selection.
I make a motion for discussion action, approve on-call engineering selection.
I'll second.
Manager Weir. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Epler.
Okay, proposing 3 road improvement projects. Sorry, good evening, Mayor, Council.
Good evening.
This is the on-call engineering.
The on-call engineering?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were going to be presenting that. The committee that rated and scored the proposal submitted by the 4 different engineering firms rated Dennis Engineering as the highest. And I'm here to recommend that we go with Dennis Engineering as our on-call engineering service.
Who's our current engineer?
Dennis.
Oh, it is, okay.
And they have a lot of history with the village. Any questions for Mr. Epler?
That cleared my other questions.
No, they've been here for a good while and I think done a good job.
I agree.
Motion to approve item C. Mr. Howe?
Aye.
Mr. Humbert?
Aye.
Mr. Weeks?
Aye.
Mr. Crane?
Aye.
Pass.
All right, moving on to item D, I'd like to get a motion for discussion action to approve various budget adjustment requests for police, fire, and tourism. Resolution 2024-28.
I make a motion for discussion / action, approve various budget adjustment requests for police, fire, and tourism, resolution 2024-28.
Second.
Manager Weir?
Yes, Mayor, Council, as y'all are aware, we inherited a budget that was, had a lot of challenges in it. These bars are representative of those challenges. For example, there wasn't even enough money funded in the budget to pay payroll for the police department through the end of the year. All of this is coming, all three of these are coming out of carryover cash, so there's no interdepartmental transfers, it's just carryover cash that is covering these expenses, and it's needed to get us through the end of the year.
Any questions for Manager Weir?
No, obviously it's something we need to do.
Yeah, that's what we have to do at this point.
So motion to approve item D. Mr. Howe?
Aye.
Mr. Humbert?
Aye.
Mr. Weeks?
Aye.
Mr. Crane?
Aye.
Pass.
Moving on to item E, discussion action. I'll get a motion to approve municipal advisory agreement, MSRB G10 and G42.
Make a motion for discussion action, approve municipal advisory agreement / MSRB G10 and G42.
Second.
Councilor Humbert seconds. Manager Weir?
Yes, this is an annual agreement that we're required to sign with our advisor for GO bonds. And it's just something that, again, we have to do it annually, and they have to submit it to DFA for approval. It's a standard template that all agencies that have GO bonds do with their, whoever their capital advisor is.
Any questions? Clerk Rowe?
Motion to approve item E. Mr. Howe?
Aye.
Mr. Humbert?
Aye.
Mr. Weeks?
Aye.
Mr. Crane?
Aye.
Pass.
Moving on to item F, I'd like to get a motion for discussion action, approval of agreement for inmate confinement, BMDC.
I make a motion for discussion action, approval of agreement for inmate confinement, VMDC.
Second.
Manager Weir?
So, Mr. Mayor, Council, this is another annual agreement we signed, this in this case with Colfax County. These are for inmates that are placed in the county detention center who have committed municipal crimes, not state crimes. We don't have to pay for those. This is just municipal, to be honest. It's very few. We probably have, I don't know, less than 5 a year that fall under this, but whenever somebody is arrested for a municipal offense, we can't detain them, I don't know what it is, less than 24 hours in our cell. So we have to move them to the county cell, and while they're being detained there, we have to pay a daily rate. This is comparable to the daily rate being paid by all of the other agencies that have the same agreement with the county.
Clerk Rowe?
There's a motion to approve item F. Mr. Howe?
Aye.
Mr. Humbert?
Aye.
Mr. Weeks?
Aye.
Mr. Crane?
Aye.
Pass.
Okay, moving on to item G. Get a motion for discussion action, approve the road improvement Jackson Hole North Angel Fire Road.
What we'd like to do here.
We need to get a motion
Just a
first.
second, I'm sorry. In a hurry tonight, guys, sorry.
We need a motion on item G.
I'll make a motion to approve road improvement Jackson Hole Road, North Angel Fire Road.
In a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Epler.
Okay. This section of road actually goes from the intersection of Jackson Hole Road and Five Springs Road down partially onto the North Angel Fire Road, where there currently is a transverse drop inlet across the road. It's to do what's called a mill and fill. Will be essentially be milling up the pavement that's there, building part of the subgrade with it, and putting 4 inches of asphalt 30 feet wide through that section.
So basically from the stop sign to the drainage grate?
Yes.
And the grate will stay there?
Yes.
Okay.
One other component is going to add a 6-inch thick, 10-foot apron uphill of the transverse drop inlet. If you notice where pavement meets the drop inlet, it constantly gets impact right there and constantly coming apart. So hoping that a 10-foot concrete apron will get that to last longer.
Yeah, I know those shuttles, it's hot traffic.
Yeah.
Is this through bond money?
Yes, it'd be paying bill bond.
There's a motion to approve item G. Mr. Howe?
Aye.
Mr. Humbert?
Aye.
Mr. Weeks?
Aye.
Mr. Crane?
Aye.
Pass.
Okay, we'll move on to item H, discussion action. We get a motion to approve road improvement Arapahoe/Mammoth.
I make a motion for discussion action, approve road improvements for Arapahoe/Mammoth.
I'll second.
Mr. Epler.
Okay, this section of road, we'll say starts from where the newly installed pavement on Vale Avenue and Mammoth Mountain Road, where it ends, and continues down Mammoth Mountain Road until it turns left down Arapahoe Lane, which intersects with Highway 434. I'm sorry, with North Angel Fire Road.
Is this gonna be base course or paved?
This is gonna be same process. There's one short section of it that currently does not have chip seal on it. The rest of it is chip sealed. That'll be milled and 4 inches of pavement on top of that.
Any further discussion? Clerk,
Motion to approve, I'm sorry, Mayor.
No, clerk, ready for a vote?
Motion to approve item H. Mr. Howe?
We're on
Aye.
item I. I
Mr.
apologize. Clerk, I believe we're on item I.
Um,
No, I'm sorry, you're right. I
H.
apologize. H is right. Forgive me.
There is a motion to approve item H on the agenda. Mr. Howe, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Humbert?
Aye.
Mr. Weeks?
Aye.
Mr. Crane?
aye.
Pass.
Now we'll move on to item I.
Uh-huh.
If I could get a motion to approve road improvement Jackson Hole at P Avenue.
I make a motion for discussion/action, approve road improvement Jackson Hole/P Avenue.
Second.
Where's that at?
On the estimate, it was titled as Jackson Hole Pave. So they capitalized the P and the A. And, yeah, so it was misinterpreted as Avenue.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Just approve the road
I just
improvement on
noticed it
Jackson
myself.
Hole.
What's that?
So we may want to amend the motion just to approve the road improvement
Jackson
for
Hole.
Jackson Hole.
Yes.
I make an amended motion for discussion action, approve road improvements Jackson Hole.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Epler.
Okay. And this connects with the first project we spoke of with Five Springs Road. It goes from the intersection of Five Springs Road down to Mammoth Mountain Road, where again, the pavement from the recently done project ends. So it connects it all the way through that circle.
Are these all pretty much, I mean, will these take place this year, you think?
Yes.
Great.
The hope behind trying to get these projects done, and we have benefited from reduced cost and mobilization from GM Emulsions. They're doing the CS Ranch Valley Road project right now. In terms of paving, it's relatively small. So for them to mobilize the equipment in, it's beneficial for all of us to tie some more work in with it. Jackson Hole Road is currently in preliminary design for complete reconstruction with drainage work and everything. But quite frankly, that's years down the line, and that road's not gonna last that long. We are looking at this scenario of doing a 30-foot wide pavement where it's very possible to, when curb and gutter is installed, it'll just be a matter of cutting asphalt and doing curb. And if it's still in great shape, which we're hoping it will be, it'll be a reduced cost when the time does come to do the whole deal.
Yeah.
Well, this is gonna make a number of people happy.
Yes, sir. It's pretty rough through that area, and it's all three of those areas are areas that experience traffic densities, busy times throughout the year.
Lots of pedestrian traffic vehicles.
And a bus route, Mr. Mayor.
Right. Yeah, no, it's high traffic. Okay, Clerk Grote?
There is a motion to approve agenda item I, which it has been amended to read approve road improvement Jackson Hole, period. Mr. Howe?
Aye.
Mr. Humbert?
Aye.
Mr. Weeks?
Aye.
Mr. Crane?
Aye.
Pass.
Moving on to item J, I'd like to ask for a motion for discussion action for the appointment of Mayor Pro Tem.
I will need a motion and a second to go into executive session.
You're one ahead there.
We're
You're
still
one
working on
ahead.
item J.
Take your time.
I'll make a motion for discussion action on appointment of a mayor pro tem.
Can I get a second? With no second, the item dies. Moving on to item K. I'd like to get a motion to move into executive session per NMSA 10-15-1H-2.
I make a motion to move into executive session per NMSA 10-15-1H-2.
Second.
To discuss limited personnel matter, Chief of Police.
Second.
Manager, where do we need a roll call on this?
Roll call.
Yes, please.
Mr. Howe?
Aye.
Mr. Humbert?
Aye.
Mr. Weeks?
Aye.
Mr. Crane?
Aye.
Pass.
Adjourn into executive session.
Excuse me.
So I know.
May I ask what that is?
That is a New Mexico state, not sure exactly what that means, but that means since everything that the council does when you're together is public, except for this particular amendment. This is regarding, what they're gonna do is do a limited personnel now, and so they're going back there and they're saying, is everybody okay with the chief of police? That they don't want to discuss in the public. Well, when they come out,
I usually sit behind someone.
item M, we'll get more information.
I see.
That's how that works.
Oh, and how do I get a copy of that to provide to the council?
I put it on our website, which is here.
Okay.
Excellent, that has all their
That
documents.
has everything that they're talking about.
Great,
You,
thank you, sir.
you might have heard us talking about, I hate printing them all because I'm like
I
killing
know.
trees everywhere.
Hey. Okay, excellent.
Some more, right?
She's picking on me, Richard, tell her to stop it. Thank you.
Where's your? We went there to pick up the car from. Yeah, Toronto was very good.
Very good deal.
Yeah.
I get to see it, I guess, at the race that's next weekend, or is it?
Fancy cars.
In June. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, in June. Because I told them, I would like that today, that we already have those events on our calendars. An extra staff.
I didn't know your daughter was in the Air Force.
Just because there's 20 kind of hardcore racing.
Yeah, no doubt, and,
The last station was way up this, only door for the last.
Well, I know her and Carla travel. Do they still get to travel?
They haven't since last April. Carter saw some of the cousins and nephews and so it's kind of a family hookup deal.
Will do.
I'm trying to keep her in the country now.
I don't blame you.
We're always in Delta.
And she was off. Last week she went and got a soda.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get her close to any hospital situations.
Just wander away.
Yeah, next year, international incident.
There you go.
We'll tell Carla we said hi.
So that's apparently the agency, the staff, their clinic. It's called Blue Medical. And I just found out, I was gonna pass it on to my,
yeah, so Dan Ray is my boss.
So a couple weeks ago, Ben and I went to his parents' house and came back and he said, "What do you have?" So we get kind of busy, we get on lines, no joke. He said, "Excuse me." Did not know. Next time I said, "Excuse me," because he don't know. Next time I said, "Excuse me," because the question doesn't know. So when you get called, if it's in German,
They call county, actually, the hospital board meeting.
are you on duty?
But I will.
Yes. How rude are you?
yeah, I don't know anybody there. I just was told that, because we were talking about how Ski Valley and everyone's
As far as the bottom line is,
who does yours? And considered doing the ski season, because I don't believe they had any, I'm not sure if they staffed for some. And so the agency was local medical, and no, I had just heard that name. And so I was like, oh, let me see, maybe we can, put the people right people right. Because I know that's.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, for sure, try to get something. Previous was like,
I don't know. He's been in every single one. Last year we were there, I was
this is the issue, right? Yeah. down here.
But anyway, I got that name. Okay, everybody's working on it.
For your vote.
Haven't put it together yet.
Yeah.
Because they may be like, yeah, hey, they're totally interested.
Right. Sounds good.
At this time, I'd ask for a motion for us to return from executive session per NMSA 10-15-1H-2.
I make a motion to return from executive session per NMSA 10-15-1H-2. Discussion action appointment of police chief, and I will say no decisions were made in that meeting.
Second.
Clerk Rowe?
Motion on agenda item L. Mr. Howe?
Aye.
Mr. Humbert?
Aye.
Mr. Weeks?
Aye.
Mr. Crane?
Aye.
Pass.
Okay, at this time, I would ask for a motion for discussion action for the appointment of Chief of Police Jerry Hogrefe.
I make a motion / action appointment of chief of police Jerry Hogrefe.
Second.
Any questions or discussion?
Yes, sir. Point of order. Who are we appointing?
Jerry
Hogrefe. Thank you. My apologies.
With that, Clerk Grote, I believe we're ready for a vote.
There is a motion to approve Jerry Hogrefe. Mr. Howe?
Aye.
Mr. Humbert?
Aye.
Mr. Weeks?
Aye.
Mr. Crane?
Aye.
Pass.
Moving on for our final item is the manager. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll move on to our final item, manager's report. Manager Weir.
Yeah, so I don't have too much to report that wasn't covered in the actual meeting agenda items. I will say we're making great progress on roads, getting our roads set up this year. We do plan on spending $3.5 million on roads this year, in addition to the standard maintenance that our department's going to provide. So we're real excited about that. The other thing I will tell you is I'm very proud of our finance department. They did 9 months worth of bank recs in about 3 months, and we are now caught up for the first time in, best I can tell, since maybe mid-2020 that we've actually been caught up on bank recs. So kudos to them, and we are making, the budget is kind of it's getting close. Of course, we have our meeting tomorrow. As often is the case with budgets, this one is a last minute where, everybody on board and we're all trying to get all the data lined up so we can present to you guys tomorrow.
I'm sorry, Mr. Manager. I thought that originally came out and it was scheduled on Friday.
Thursday.
Thursday.
I'm sorry, Thursday.
Is it actually Thursday?
The budget meeting is on Thursday.
Okay, Thursday, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Lost, the holiday threw me off.
No, we moved it to.
Oh, no, so
Nice catch.
I originally called, that's right, it is tomorrow, I'm right, because I originally called everybody to see if they're available on Thursday, but then the mayor asked me to move it to tomorrow. So it has been published as.
4 o'clock tomorrow is what I have on the calendar.
Well, that's a problem for me. I'm gonna have to move some other meetings since I didn't know it was tomorrow.
I'm sorry?
I said I didn't know it had been moved either, but I can work around.
So,
Tomorrow at 4.
Special meeting to follow.
Yeah, special council meeting at 5:30. I'm not gonna verify with clerk here that that's what was posted, but that was my understanding.
On the website, it shows the 29th.
Manager Weir, that meeting is on Wednesday, tomorrow. This is a Zoom calendar that tracks our meetings, and as I move them across our official calendar for the Village Hall Council, evidently they're not moving here. The budget meeting is on Wednesday, and there's a special council meeting directly after that meeting.
At 2 o'clock.
So the posting was for the budget meeting for 4 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday,
Okay.
with a special council meeting to follow at 5:30.
That's correct.
Is 4.
And the public is welcome to attend.
Postings on our website are correct.
So, anyhow, that's all I have at this time.
Well, with that, this meeting is adjourned.
Yeah. You wanna do early one?
I am gonna be out of town.
Recording stopped.
I came back from on Sunday, that time it was right. My kids were this morning, so I do gotta set up a meeting.